Namo tassa bhagavatu arahatu samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the supremely enlightened Buddha, the noble Dhamma and the holy Sangha. Homage at the holy feet of Ananda Mitra Mahathera Bhanteji. Homage at the holy feet of Most Venerable Acharya Buddharakita Mahathera Bada Bhanteji. Homage at the holy feet of Guru Bhanteji and the Sangha. My dear venerable monks here and all the upasikas and upasakas, all those who have gathered here. This evening is a very, very special evening because this is an occasion of one step higher ordination for our monks. The life of monk has only one goal, that is Sabba Dukkha Nisarana Nibbana Satchikaranatthaya. To end all sufferings and to realize enlightenment. That is the one and the only goal for monk's life. That is not possible for everybody to become monks, but those who have the causes and conditions which are right ones, one's own causes and conditions, supported by the causes and conditions by parents and family. And so also the teachers and so many things have to come together, and then it is possible. And the monastic life is not just another kind of life. Monastic life is the life of renunciation. Giving up everything, giving up family, friends or parents or property or this or that, everything with one goal every day and night, keeping the clarity of enlightenment. Just like there are people, you among yourself, you yourself have worked so hard maybe to become a business person, or to become a doctor, or to become an engineer, or to become a nurse, or anything. How much hard work you have put in. Similarly, to become enlightened, to realize Nibbana, that also needs a certain kind of lifestyle and hard work, and that is monastic life. And monastic life is not successful if there is no satisfaction, no joy in it. It will become a failure if there is no joy. So if somebody lives as a monk for 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, 20 or lifelong, it means that person is finding great joy in that kind of life. People sometimes say, oh, this is not normal life. But what is normal, what is not normal, it is left to imaginations and interpretations. This is absolutely normal for monks, most of the monks, to live as monk. It is perfectly normal. And this is also an occasion for fulfilling our paramis. The renunciation parami, to develop renunciation parami, even whether it is 1 day or 2 days, or depending on the situation. So that much of renunciation, nekhamma parami, the perfection of renunciation, is also getting fulfilled little by little, little by little. So in monastic life it is much more. It is much more. So, in Mahabodhi Society, our most venerable Acharya Buddharakita Bada Bhanteji, he started this monastic training institute, Mahabodhi Monastic Institute in Bengaluru, and then it was extended to Hyderabad, and it was extended to Namsai, Harina, Chichinchera, Novinchera, and now we have about 8-9 monasteries with number of monks from 10 to over 100 in each place. So this is an opportunity for truth seekers in certain way, and that certain way is Lord Buddha's way. Lord Buddha has given opportunity for all, whether it is monks or nuns, lay women or laymen. Everybody can grow on the path from where they are. So it is not exclusive for somebody. And the Buddha did not deny somebody from walking on the path. Wherever you are, even the worst and worst of worst person can also become the best person. So this is the path which clearly shows us how to develop our wisdom, our loving kindness, our compassion, clarity of the mind, so that we can see the truth as it is. Clarity of the mind so that we can understand deeply what suffering is and what happiness is, so that correctly we can manage these two things. So this is the path shown by our compassionate Buddha, and lay people practice in their own circumstances, at homes, at workplace, in the way you are living, and monks practice in the monasteries, and monks also engage in meditation or teaching or doing some humanitarian services, or ultimately every action is for the sake of developing the mind, purifying the mind. So in this direction, over 500 monks are there in Mahabodhi monastic center in our monasteries. And Most Venerable Kassapa Mahathera, who is here, is the abbot and the chief of all the monks of Mahabodhi monks. And today we are very fortunate to witness this very special program here. There are 40 monks living in this monastery in Hyderabad, and out of them, 4 of them will get Samanera ordination. Till now they were Anagarika, and now they will get Samanera. And once they are 20 years old and about 20 years and fulfilling some other conditions and mental preparation, then they will get Bhikkhu ordination. That is even higher ordination. Like that, we have different stages of ordinations. Now, the 4 monks, Venerable Dhammavaro, Venerable Nando, Venerable Vijjananda, and Venerable Tejinda. So, these 4, Venerable Tejinda, Venerable Vijjananda, Venerable Nando, and Venerable Dhammavaro, according to seniority. They are seniors. That seniority matters very much in monastic order. And our seniority is not by age, not by degrees, but by the fortunate occasion to become monk. One who becomes monk earlier is senior. One who becomes monk even 1 minute later is junior. So according to that, Tejinda Bhante is the senior most, and Vijjananda, then Nando and Dhammavaro Bhantes. So accordingly, even when the higher robes are given, they also receive in that order, so that they are senior according to that. That is why it's 2,600 years, still there is no controversy, contradiction, fighting, this and that in the Buddhist monastic order, because of this simple rule. one who is junior should respect the senior. Finished. That's all. So we are here on the occasion of Katina Chivaradhana ceremony in this beautiful Mahabodhi Buddha Vihara on Mahendra Hills under our Venerable Buddhapala Thera. These monks have been getting training, a wonderful training, and as you have seen, most of them have received in the morning wonderful awards, memorization of entire book like this. Huh? It's not easy. What kind of mind is needed to memorize that much of things, you know? So they have got a lot of training to withstand all kinds of challenges. So that is the training. So now we are very happy to do this Samanerapa Bajja ordination. I request Buddhapala Banteji to say a few words and then to...
So, Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Pay homage to Buddha Dhamma Sangha, homage to Bada Bhante, homage to Guru Bhante homage to Bhikshu Sangh, my metta to Anagarikas, Upasakas, Upasikas. So, as Bhante mentioned about the Samnera ordination, so we will start the ordination. So before we give ordination, we monks seek forgiveness from each other, and then we give. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Antang Abhivademi Swakhato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Sangha. वो उठाना पड़ेगा ना, उठाओ ना। हाँ पहले, हाँ उसके बाद अच्छा अच्छा 3 बार नमस्कार करो ना पहले. So they request for Pabbajja now, going the Samnera Pabbajja. बोले ना ओ कासा अहं बंते Pabbajjang Samanera Pabbajjang Yachami Dutiyampi O Kasa Ahang Bante Samanera Pabbajjang Yachami Tatiyampi O Kasa Ahang Bante Samanera Pabbajjang Yachami Anukampang Upadaya. 3 बार वंदना कीजिए ना. ओके चिवर अभी उठाए ना. अभी चिवर लेके रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे ना. चिवर हाथ में ले लो. यू टेक द चिवरा. यस हाँ उकड़ू बैठ सकता है तेजिंदा का जैसा. खाली चिवरा. ओके सब दुखा निस्सरना निब्बानं सच्ची करणत्थाय इमां कासावं गहेत्वा पब्बजेथा मंग बन्ते द्वितीयम्पि सब दुखा निस्सरना निब्बानं सच्ची करणत्थाय इमां कासावं गहेत्वा पब्बजेथा मंग बन्ते तथियम्पि सब दुखा निस्सरना निब्बानं सच्ची करणत्थाय इमां कासावं गहेत्वा पब्बजेथा मंग बन्ते अनुकंपं उपादाय. ला कर दीजिए ना. सो एक एक करके दे दो. बंदे का हाथ में दे. सब बंदे का हाथ दे दो. साधु साधु. हाँ हाँ अच्छा बैठो ना. उधर उधर बैठो ना. जाके बैठो ना. So they have brought this chivara and they say that I have brought my chivara, my wearing cloth, and now give me pabbajja, give me samnera pabbajja to end all suffering, to achieve nirvana, that is enlightenment, ultimate happiness. With that intention, they have asked for it. So that's the purpose. If you ask monks why monk, this is in just one line you can say it is the very purpose of monkhood. Whatever the monks they do, these are all kind of directed toward this sole purpose. Okay, तो अभी लिंग बोलिए ना. सब दुखा निस्सरना निब्बानं सच्चिकरणत्थाय इमां एतं कासावं दत्वा पब्बजेथा मंग बन्ते द्वितीयम्पि सब दुख निस्सरना निब्बानं सच्चिकरणत्थाय एतं कासावं दत्वा पब्बजेथा मंग बन्ते तथियम्पि सब दुख निस्सरना निब्बानं सच्चिकरणत्थाय एतं कासावं दत्वा पब्बजेथा मंग बन्ते अनुकंपं उपादाय. 3 बार वंदना कर लीजिए. फिर चिवर लेकर पहनकर आ जाइए. हाँ पहले वाला आ जाइए. सीनियर एक जो सीनियर है उसकी बात. अच्छा तब तो इधर ये तेजिंदा का. ओके पहन कर आ जाइए. हाँ ओके. विजयानंदा पहला हो गया तेजिंदा. दूसरा वाला विजयानंदा. the longest monk. So, आइए. ओके, अभी तो किसी को नहीं बनते, वो एक अट्ठा परिकर दान देना था. राहुल, somebody. अच्छा, कहाँ है वो राहुल महानमा? वो ये आ तो नहीं रहा है. Sangapala, now I request Sangapala Bante to speak in Telugu about some Pabaja.
నమో తస్స భగవతో అర్హతో సమ్మా సంబుద్ధస్స బుద్ధం ధమ్మం సంఘం నమస్సామి. మొదట త్రిరత్నాలకు నమస్కారం, తర్వాత సంఘనాయక ఆనందమిత్ర థేర మహాథేరకు వందనం. అలానే మా బడాబంతేజీ బుద్ధరక్కిత బంతే గారి పాదాలకు వందనం. ఇక్కడ గురుబంతేజీ గారు, ప్రస్తుతం ఉన్నటువంటి గురుబంతేజీ గారు మరియు మిగతా భిక్షు సంఘానికి నమస్కరిస్తున్నాను. మామూలుగా మీరు శీలాల గురించి వినే ఉంటారు. ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి వాళ్ళు చాలా శ్రద్ధావంతులైనటువంటి ఉపాసకులు. వాళ్ళందరూ పంచశీలాలను పాటిస్తూ ఉంటారు. మరి ఉపోసత దినాల్లో అట్టశీల అంటే 8 శీలాలను పాటిస్తూ ఉంటారు. మరి తర్వాత పబ్బజిత అంటే మన దాంట్లో అనగారిక అనేటువంటి ఒక ఇది ఉంది. వాళ్ళు 10 శీలాలు పాటిస్తూ ఉంటారు. మరి ఇప్పుడు సామనేరాలు కూడా 10 శీలాలు పాటిస్తుంటారు. మరి ఏంటి తేడా అంటే ఒక ముత్యాల సరం లాంటిదన్నమాట. ఈ సామనేరులు అనగారికులు ఏదైనా సరే ఏదైనా శీలాన్ని బ్రేక్ చేసినప్పుడు వాళ్ళు ఆ శీలాన్ని తీసుకుంటుంటారు. కానీ సామనేరు అయిన తర్వాత ఒక్క శీల బ్రేక్ అయినా సరే, ఒక ముత్యాల హారంలో ఒక్క ముత్యం తెగిపోయింది అనుకోండి, మొత్తం ముత్యాలన్నీ ఇదైపోతాయి కదా. అట్లా మొత్తం 10 శీలాలు వాళ్ళు తీసుకోవాల్సి వస్తుంది అన్నమాట. ఈ సామనేర అనేటువంటిది మొదటి మెట్టు. దీన్ని ఇక్కడి నుంచి మనము ఆర్డినేషన్ అని అంటాం అనమాట ఇంగ్లీష్లో. తర్వాత మళ్ళీ భిక్షు అయితే అది ఉపసంపద అంటనమాట, హయ్యర్ ఆర్డినేషన్. బుద్ధుడి శాసనంలో ఇలా సామనేర అనేటువంటిది మనకు తెలిసి అంతకుముందు అయితే లేదు. కానీ తర్వాత మొట్టమొదట మనకు తెలిసింది రాహుల బంతే గారు అయ్యారనమాట. ఆయనకి భగవాన్ బుద్ధుడు కాకముందు బోధిసత్వుడి కుమారుడు. ఆయన అడుగుతాడనమాట, ఇట్లా నా తల్లి చెప్పగా, యశోదర చెప్పగా నా వారసత్వంగా వచ్చేటువంటి ఆస్తినివ్వు అని అడుగుతాడనమాట. అడిగితే భగవాన్ బుద్ధుడిని అదే అడగంగానే భగవాన్ బుద్ధుడు సారిపుత్త బంతేకి పురమాయిస్తాడనమాట, ఇతనికి ఆర్డినేషన్ ఇవ్వు అని. అయితే అతడు సామనేర చేస్తాడనమాట సారిపుత్త బంతే. సారిపుత్త బంతే గురించి కూడా మీలో చాలామందికి తెలిసి ఉంటుంది. భగవాన్ బుద్ధుడి తర్వాత జ్ఞానంలో అంతటివాడు. ఆయన చాలామందిని ఇట్లా సామనేరులను తన దగ్గర పెట్టుకున్నాడు. భిక్షువులను తన దగ్గర పెట్టుకొని వాళ్ళు కనీసం సోతాపన్న అయ్యేలాగా ఆయన జాగ్రత్త వహించేవాడు. తర్వాత మళ్ళీ కొత్త వాళ్ళని తీసుకొని కనీసం సోతాపన్న అయ్యేలాగా ఆయన జాగ్రత్తలు తీసుకునేవాడు అనమాట, ట్రైనింగ్ ఇచ్చేవాడు. ఇట్లా ఈ సారిపుత్త బంతే చెప్పంగా రాహులుడు బంతేని ఆయన్ని సామనేర చేస్తుంటారనమాట. అది విని సిద్ధోధనుడికి కొంచెం దుఃఖం కలుగుతుంది అనమాట. నేను కుమారుడు వెళ్ళిపోయాడు లోకక్షేమం కోసమని, నేను ఎట్లా ఉన్నా నా మనవడు చూసుకుంటూ బతుకుతున్నాను. తర్వాత మరి ఇప్పుడు నా మనవడిని కూడా తీసుకెళ్ళారు కదా, మరి ఇది ఇట్లా నేను ఎవరిని చూసి బతకాలి అనేటువంటిది భగవాన్ బుద్ధుడిని అడుగుతాడు. అప్పుడు ఇంకో కండిషన్ కూడా పెడతాడు అనమాట, తల్లిదండ్రులు వాళ్ళ అనుమతి లేకుండా ఎవరిని ఇట్లా సామనేరులను చేయడానికి లేదు అని. కాబట్టి వీళ్ళు సామనేరులు అయ్యారు అంటే వీళ్ళందరికీ ఖచ్చితంగా తల్లిదండ్రుల యొక్క అనుమతి అవసరం అవుతుంది. కాబట్టి వీళ్ళందరూ అలా అనుమతి తీసుకున్న తర్వాతనే ఇట్లా ఇది అవ్వగలుగుతారు అన్నమాట. తల్లిదండ్రులు లేకుండా ఆ అనుమతి లేకుండా ఎట్టి పరిస్థితుల్లో కాలేరు. మరి సమయాభావం వల్ల నేను సంక్షిప్తంగా ఇంతటితో ముగిస్తున్నాను. సాధు సాధు సాధు.
शील लेने का ना बनते शील हम याचना याचना करेंगे क्या? आप शील देंगे ना? Okay, so now please we will give Samnera Shila, that is 10 Shila. As Upasaka, Upasika have 5 Shila, not to kill, not to take what is not given, not to commit sexual misconduct, not to tell lie, not to engage in alcohol and other intoxication. That is for the Upasaka, Upasika, lay people. Monks have more than that, So like celibacy and food timing, and so also avoiding entertainment and other thing, luxury and all of that. So those Shila will give to the our new candidate who are Nagarikas, but now we'll give them Samnera Shila. So Shil to Samnera ka yachana, you do Samnera Shila yachana.
Yamahang Vadamitang Vadetha Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Buddhang Saranang Gacchami Dhammang Saranang Gacchami Sanghang Saranang Gacchami Dutiyampe Buddhang Saranang Gacchami Dutiyampe Dhammang Saranang Gacchami. Dutiyampe Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. Tatiyampe Buddhang Saranang Gacchami. Tatiyampe Dhammang Saranang Gacchami. Tatiyampe Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. Saranagamanaṃ Paripunam Panatipata Veramani Sikkhapadam Adinnādāna Veramani Sikkhapadam Abbrahmacharya Veramani Sikkhapadam Musāvāda Veramani Sikkhapadam Suranda Vilepana Dharana Mandana Vibhusana Thana Veramani Sikkhapadam Uchasana Mahasana Veramani Sikkhapadam Jata Rupa Rajata Patigana Veramani Sikkhapadam Imani Samnera Pabbaja Dasasikapadani Samajiyami Dutiyampe Imani Samnera Pabbaja Dasasikapadani Samajiyami Tatiyampe Imani Samnera Pabbaja Dasasikapadani Samajiyami Tisranena Sading Samnera Pabbaja Dasasikapadani Suraketanukam Suraketan Abmamadena Pamadeta
स्वतनंद बनते आप ये कमठाना दे दीजिए ना. अच्छा अच्छा ओके. हाँ सब आप वो रेजर लेके सबके सामने आ जाइए. अच्छा okay. So now we give them meditation subject, right? There are many meditation, 40 subjects of meditations are there. You are doing breath meditation, that is one, like that Maita and so many other. So now we give them Asubha, that is meditation on the body, the different parts of the body, to see how the body really is, Kesa, Loma, बोलो भाई पीछे बोलो. नखा, दंता, तचो, तचो,
तचो
नखा, लोमा, केसा, केसा, लोमा, नखा, दंता, तचो, साधु,
नखा दंता तचो.
सा 3 बार नमस्कार करो. (322) Now request to become request for Upajjhaya. Upajjhaya means what we say Upadhyaya, Upadhyaya, that is teacher. So as a monk you have to have teacher in the beginning. Even after becoming bhikshu, at least for 5 years you have to be under a teacher, right? As a samnera, of course you have to be under teacher. So now request for the teacher. That is important. Otherwise, there is no training. You may know the Dharma intellectually, but to make it part of you, to train yourself, you need a teacher, especially for the monks. So the request for the teacher. Teacher must be at least 20 year of Vasa, which means from Bhikshuhood from 20. So our Banteji is there. Or somebody recommended by Banteji who is 20 year Vasa. So now they request for the Upajjhaya. बोलिए शमन होगा ना उपज्झायो मैं भन्ते हो ही द्वितीयम्पि उपज्झायो मैं भन्ते हो ही तृतीयम्पि उपज्झायो मैं भन्ते हो ही नहीं वो तुम लोग नहीं बोलना बनते बोलेगा अहं बनते बोलो तुम आप लोग बोलिए अहं बनते संपटिच्छामि अभी बनते बोलेगा आप लोग नहीं बोलना है पासादी
नहीं इनको एक ही बार बनना है क्या
एक ही बार कैसे
पासादी कहना संपादेह सबदेही ये था
बोलिए आम बनते साधु 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 बस अच्छा okay so the first today name already your name will be same that is Tejinda so the Samanera Tejinda before it is Anagarika Tejinda now Samanera Tejinda so your name is Samanera Tejinda please tell so yes Tejinda Tejinda Sadhu Sadhu बोलिए ना your name is Samanera Vijayananda Samanera Sadhu Sadhu your name is Samanera Nando Sadhu Sadhu and your name is Samanera Dhammavaru Sadhu 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 okay जाओ बैठ जाओ ना So you can pay the final respect to the Sangha here. Tin bar vandanam. Okay, sukhi ho. Now, can you turn that side toward the upasakas, upasikas? Us taraf turn. हाँ जी.
Yes, now Upasakas and Upasikas, it's a very great opportunity to pay to these newly ordained monks your veneration. Whether they are young in age or old in age, nothing matters. Lord Buddha said, don't consider monk as small, insignificant, whether young or old. Just like fire, is, don't consider it as small fire, big fire. Small fire also can burn. Or a small snake or big snake. No? Or young king or old king. So like that, monk is a monk. So now they are ordained Samanera monks. Now all the upasaka, upasikas, you pay respect to them. अच्छा से नमस्कार कीजिए 3 बार.
ऊपर का लाइट लगाओ ना. ठीक है, अभी आप लोग जा सकते हैं ना. ओके. जी मैंने ये लोग को जाने देंगे पहले ही. आप लोग चले जाइए. आप क्वेश्चन वो लोग निकलेगा. आप अपना निशी दिया और वो पिंडा पत्ता ले जाइए और एक सामने आके इनका क्वेश्चन ले जाइए और फिर 8 परिकर दान वाला आ जाइए. Special thanks to Upasika Shivani for your service today, volunteer today on the donation counter, morning till now almost. Manam, yeah, come. कौन है मानव? नाम बोलिए, किसका है? फर्स्ट वी विल डू 8 परिकर, देन शिवारा ना. सो यू कम. और मधुसूदन जी आइए, प्लीज सिट. ओके. सो Upasika Shivani, you are doing in the name of Bharat Krishna from Bangalore, and Upasika Madhusudan in your own by your mother and family. Okay. So you please repeat after me. You keep in your hand. Ahang bante idang me atta parikharang danang bhikkhu sangasa de ma puje ma dutiyampi mayang bante imang atta parikharang danang bhikkhu sangasa de ma puje ma tatiyampi imang atta parikharang danang bhikkhu sangasa de ma puje ma idang me atta parikharang danena anagate ehi bhikkhu bhavaya pachayo hotu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa. Teo vivajanto sabbarogo vinasat mate bhavatu antarayo sukhi digayuko bhava abhivadana silesa nechang uddhapachay chattaro dhamma vaddhante ayuvan sukhang balang. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. आइए बस प्लीज़ कम प्लीज़ सर यू सिट नियर बनते एंड हियर बनते या अच्छा अच्छा प्लीज़ इमांग ची वरंग दानंग भिक्खु संगसा दानंग देमा पूज्य मा द्वितीयम्पि इमं चिवरं भिक्खु संगसा दानंग देमा पूज्य मा तथियम्पि मयंग भन्ते इमं चिवरं भिक्खु संगसा दानंग देमा पूज्य मा इदं मे दानंग निब्बानस्य पच्चयो होतु साधु साधु विवादनशीले स निचं उड्डापचाय चत्तारो धम्मा वर्धन्ते आयुर्वन्नो सुखं बलन्ति आयु आरोग्य संपत्ति सग्ग संपत्ति में वच अथो निब्बान संपत्ति इमेनाते समिंजतोति साधु 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 So today is also Sunday, our Sunday evening program, and many of you, of course, come for that as well. But today also happens to be Kathina Day. Morning till evening we had the Kathina program, but now it is also Sunday program. So I request Sugatananda Bante to share a few words of Dhamma on this Sunday evening.
नमो तस्य भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्स बुद्धं धम्मं संघं नमस्सामि. Homage to the Triple Gem, homage to Most Venerable Anandamitra Mahathera, homage to Most Venerable Acharya Buddha Rakkhita Mahathera, homage to Guru Bhante Ji and all the Sangha, and also metta to all the Samaneras, Anagarikas, and all the Upasakas and Upasikas. And as today, whole day we have been engaged in the Kathina ceremony from morning till evening. And just now we concluded the ordination also for 4 novice monks. As the day draws to a close, it is time to also recollect and rejoice the good things that you have been a part of or have been a witness of. In this life, as human beings, we always have a choice to do something wholesome or something unwholesome. And the Buddha has given very precise, clear definition for the wholesome and unwholesome. Then actions that are rooted in greed, hatred, aversion, they are unwholesome actions. The actions that are connected with non-greed, generosity, loving kindness, non-hatred, loving kindness and compassion, and also wisdom. They are wholesome actions. We call them wholesome and unwholesome because of the results that it produces. If an action is done with greed or with aversion, when somebody has greed or aversion in the mind, then automatically this mind is under the control of defilements, negative mental factors, rooted in ignorance, rooted in very strong sense of I. People, when they act with greed or selfishness or possessiveness or clinging or attachment, then their whole actions are with a sense of very strong sense of I. This is for me, or I want this, and I don't want this. And with that mind, there is no chance of wisdom arising, because that mind is very heavy and closed, just like a room which is closed from all sides, without any doors and windows, and there is no chance of light coming inside. Similarly, a mind that is acting upon greed and hatred has no chance of wisdom arising. Whereas when we act with non-greed, generosity or loving kindness or compassion, then we create an opportunity for the mind to open up to something bright, something light, something proper, and then the wisdom can arise, a right understanding can arise. So these are all conditions for the wisdom to arise, and also the negative or the unwholesome conditions for the wisdom to come, wisdom not to arise, or to shut down the path of wisdom. Because wisdom is the most important thing in our human life. As human beings, we say we are different from other living creatures. But we are different from other living creatures because we have the ability to understand what is right and wrong, what feels good and what doesn't. Then animal, for example, can only live by the sensory experiences, through basic sensory experiences and sensory arches, but nothing more than that. As human beings, for example, even when we see somebody hungry, we can share a bit of our food. Or if we see somebody suffering, we can be a little kind or generous. Or if we see somebody needs help, we can have a mind of metta or loving kindness, because we have that bit of extra wisdom compared to other living beings. But that wisdom quality, or what you call the panyandriya, wisdom faculty that we as human beings possess, is also not really fixed or permanent. That can increase or decrease. If we cultivate the right things, that it can increase. If we cultivate the wrong things, it can decrease. So the wisdom, quality of wisdom, the faculty of wisdom, or the power of wisdom that we have, it can grow bigger and bigger, or it can reduce and reduce if we just live by basic sensory experiences and sensory arches. Then it can also reduce, because then we are conditioning our mind just like an animal being, living with what we like, we just chase it. What we dislike, we just hate it. Then we are making our mind constricted and small, and we are making our mind closed to wisdom. So then there is no chance of greatness as human beings. Just by being human beings, we are not necessarily great, because our body is not very different from many other animals. Our way of living also not very different from many other animals. But the difference that makes is the ability to cultivate wisdom and the right things. That's what makes us special. For example, the path of the five precepts that people generally undertake when they come to the monastery. These five precepts: not to kill, or not to steal or cheat or lie, or not to commit sexual misconduct, not to tell lies, and not to indulge in intoxicants and alcohols and drugs and such things. This is a way of higher cultivation. This, when people cultivate these things, when they don't kill, when they don't indulge in violence, they are creating a condition for themselves. When I avoid violence, then I am less likely to encounter more violence. When I am more violent, then I am also more likely to encounter more violence from other people. So by being less violent, I am creating a condition for myself to get less violence and more peacefulness from others. And also I am creating the similar condition for other people. I am being a source of security or happiness for other people. I'm not being a source of unhappiness or danger for other people. Somebody who is hateful or violent, people avoid such a person because he can be a source of harm or suffering for others. Whereas somebody who is kind and peaceful and with a mind of loving kindness, people naturally feel safe and secure because that person, his actions are based on virtuous conduct, good conduct. So these right practice, whether it is the morality, whether it is the generosity, whether it is the meditation practice, these are all things to develop our wisdom faculty higher and higher, make it stronger and stronger. Because that's where we can become not just human beings, better and better human beings, and ultimately, finally, enlightened beings. Of course, this is not something that happens overnight. This is something that happens gradually, and it may take probably for most people, it may take a very long time. It may take many, many lifetimes. But that's not the point. The point is the gradual development of mind is the way to freedom from suffering. When we create the right conditions through our wholesome actions, and we repeat those good things, and we are conditioning our mind towards appreciating the good actions and cultivating the good, also appreciation of the good actions is a very important thing. For example, just now you observed four people got the novice ordination. Ordination is, as we have said earlier, is for the purpose of, the renunciation is for the purpose of practice to attain liberation. So now, when you see somebody getting ordained or somebody practicing as an ordained person, the whole purpose is to be free from suffering. And in this process, that person must be good and better than other people. He should have more loving kindness and compassion. He should have less greed and clinging, because that's how he practices. So when you appreciate these type of things, when you appreciate the true renunciation, then you are also appreciating something good and noble. But when you appreciate the violence, when you appreciate the lies or theft or deceiving or unfaithfulness or anything, when you appreciate something wrong, then automatically you are conditioning your mind. You are thinking, oh, these things are good. Stealing is good. Killing is good. Lying is good. And if we think like this, then automatically our mind is falling downwards. It is not going upwards. Because we are creating those things, we are creating all the negative things as good. We are conceiving the negative things as good. And we are thinking the good things are bad. So right here and now, we just develop our mind, or sometimes people can also downgrade their minds. It is not necessarily that all the people all the time are developing their minds. Many a times, many people are also downgrading their minds by indulging in too much of greed, too much of clinging, too much of craving, too much of selfishness, too much of hatefulness, too much of jealousy, or any of these negative qualities. They may also downgrade their mind. As human beings, we have both the path open to us, either this one, the right one, or the wrong one. And there is absolutely nobody else going to do it for us. We must, people come to the monastery, for example, and then the monks tell them, okay, you can do these things, these are good things, and this will bring you happiness. These are wrong things, this will bring you suffering. But then to cultivate those things is something that we all must do by ourselves. The monks cannot do it for you, or your family members cannot do it for you, or your friends cannot do it for you. Nobody can do it for you, for that matter. Only you can do it for yourself. So it is important to remember to listen to the good things is only a part of the whole thing, but to practice those good things is the entire thing. So every day is a good day because every day we have got some opportunity to listen to something good, to do something good, to think something good, or to speak something good. That is based on letting go of the unwholesome qualities of the greed, unwholesome qualities of hatefulness, unwholesome quality of ignorance. And this practice of letting go is something we can all do, big or small, little by little we can all do. It is possible as human beings to do. If it was impossible, then the Buddha wouldn't teach this path. If letting go was impossible, then the Buddha wouldn't teach the path of letting go. But the Buddha taught the path of letting go because the letting go is very much possible. Here and now, for example, as you sit down and listen to whatever we are speaking, and maybe your body is aching, or you have a little bit of discomfort while sitting, and then when you experience that discomfort, you can just think, oh, this is painful, I'll just get up and go. But at the same point of time, you can say, okay, maybe I am listening to something which may be useful for me, which feels right. Therefore, this aversion towards the pain, this disliking towards the pain, oh, this is painful, or this is discomfort, and I don't want this, I just want to get away, run away from here. This aversion or the hatefulness or disliking, whatever it is, I will let go and I will be patient. So here and now, every moment is like this. When you interact with your family members, when you interact with your friends, when you interact with other people, or when you do not interact with other people, when you just keep quiet, or contemplate in your mind, or think something in your mind, there is always a chance of letting go. And that's why we say there is always a chance of being mindful, there is always a chance of developing the path to freedom from suffering. The Buddha taught these Four Noble Truths: the suffering, the cause of suffering, the ending of suffering, and the path leading to the ending of suffering. These are the only four things. The whole teachings that the Buddha has given, the entire thousands of discourses the Buddha has given, 84,000 in altogether. All these discourses are ultimately, it rotates around these Four Noble Truths, that there is suffering, for physical suffering or mental suffering, dissatisfaction, big or small. It doesn't matter whether it is big or small. It can be very small, it can be very big, it can be somewhere in the middle, it can be physical discomfort, it can be mental discomfort. But the thing is, there is discomfort or unsatisfactoriness or unease. And this unease is what the Buddha wanted us to observe, to know that there is unease. This is the first point. If we understand that there is unease, then we can look for why is it here. We can say, oh, it is here because I have the body, so I have the unpleasant feelings in the body. That is true. If we have the body, we will encounter unpleasant feelings in the body. We will encounter aging, we will encounter sickness, we will encounter death, and all kinds of unpleasant feelings in the body. It is true. Then the question is, why do we have the body? Because we have a clinging to this body, thinking this body is I, me, mine. A strong sense of I-ness or strong sense of self connected to this body. Always what happens to this body, we think this is happening to me. Where does it come from? This comes from our ignorance and craving, taking the body as I, me, or mine. And then from childhood till young age, to middle age, to old age, until death, we are thinking like this. So our thinking with I, me, or mine is getting stronger and stronger. Same with our mind. Same with the body and the mind, both. And then when we are living like this and we are creating such strong mental impressions based on clinging, then automatically as we live and then finally die, it doesn't come to an end. Our journey in this world doesn't come to an end because the force doesn't come to an end. The force with ignorance and craving doesn't come to an end because we have done it one time, two times, multiple times, millions of times. And if the force doesn't come to an end, then there is something what we call the rebirth. The mind, when somebody says somebody has died, for example, the body has broken apart, the body doesn't function. But if you have to see clearly, the mind also dies, mind also comes to an end, all the mental impressions and some of the powers of the mind, does it all come to an end? It doesn't. All the power that we have created, either with the ignorance and craving or sometimes with the wisdom and letting go, it can continue. And when the wisdom comes to the final level, then the letting go also comes to the final level. Then there is no residue. This is what we call a passing away of an enlightened person, passing away of an arahant. But that is a very far away thing. If you start thinking about that, then you will be unnecessarily confused. No need to think about it because this is very subtle and beyond normal intellectual concepts. We need not talk about those things. We can start from the small steps right here about the letting go and about the cultivation of wisdom right here, right now. Whenever we encounter unhappiness, unpleasantness, or unsatisfactoriness, we can observe that there is clinging. There is a sense of I that says, I want this, I don't want this, I want this to stay, I want this to go away. But then saying like this does not make it happen. For example, if we say, I want my body to be healthy all the time, it doesn't happen. I want my body to be young forever, it doesn't happen. I want my body to be free from sickness and death all the time, it doesn't happen. Even if we wish, it doesn't happen. And that's why the Buddha said, Yam pichang nalavati tampi dukkhang. If we wish such things and it doesn't happen, then what we have is unsatisfactoriness. So we should have wisdom. We should think, so making such a wish is not really a great wise idea. To expect things not to change in a world full of change is not really a smart move. We cannot make it happen. For example, now we sit in this Dhamma hall. This Dhamma hall was built more than 20 years ago. And then it has undergone the renovation over a period of time. And in future also it will undergo renovation. But the thing is, can we say this hall is permanent? No, it is not. This also has time, maybe 100 years, maybe 200 years, but eventually it will also come to an end. The people sitting here, all of us will be dead and gone. But not really gone, we'll be going, as I said, with the force of ignorance and craving to a higher degree or to a lower degree, we'll be landing up somewhere, but not sitting here. Not sitting here, none of us. Not even one single person, young or old, none of us would be after some days, months, and years. And that's how things are. So when we have the wisdom and contemplate correctly, then we can see this is how it is. That nothing to be unhappy or shocked or surprised. And then when we are not shocked or surprised, this is opening up of the freedom from suffering. When then you see, for example, when you go out and stand in the veranda outside, the air touches your body. Sometimes the air is warm, sometimes the air is cool, sometimes the air is humid because of the rain. Different times, different types of air you can feel. But it's just the air. You know this is hot air, that's all. Or just the cold air, that's all. Or just the humid air, that's all. But if you say, no, I want cold air in hot weather, hot air in cold weather, humid air in dry weather, then you will suffer. So is the body, so is the mind. We have wrong ideas, wrong expectations because of lack of wisdom, and then we suffer. But when we have, then we enjoy whatever it is, we know this is how it is. No good, no bad, just things as they flow and eventually as they come to an end. There is nothing special about them, or nothing to cling, or nothing to enjoy, nothing to be unhappy, nothing to be excited. Then that mind is free. But to reach that level of mind, we must start with small things. Every day we get up. And as soon as we get up, maybe we drink water, brush our teeth, or take a shower. People do different things, whatever it is. Whatever you do. And then people have idea. I brush my teeth, I feel clean. I take a shower, I feel clean. Or I do this, I feel fresh. These are all conventional things. Yes, for some time you feel, just like taking bath. We feel we are fresh. And then, after some time, the stickiness, sweat, humidity, this, that, and we don't feel fresh anymore. So then we take things as they are. We take the body as it is. We don't think by doing this I become clean, or by doing this I become unclean. It's just the body. So we can start with small things. And the contemplation of the body, what we in Pali we call say kaya gata sati, contemplation of the body, bodily actions, bodily things that we do, taking bath, brushing our teeth, eating food, or whatever it is, answering the nature's call, lying down, sitting, standing, walking, moving around, doing our day-to-day things, is also a very powerful meditation. It's called mindfulness of the body. And when we do that mindfulness of the body, then we can understand body is just the body, not my body. Just conditions, causes and conditions coming together, working together, and then disintegrating after some time, and something new. You eat food, hunger is gone. After 6, 7, 8 hours, hunger comes back again. So there was a cause for the hunger to go away because you ate something. And then there is a cause for hunger to reappear because the food is digested. It's just like this. So the mind, you can, when we say we can start with small things, you can start with the mindfulness of the body. This is the teaching of all the enlightened people, all the Buddhas. Mindfulness of the body is something that we can all cultivate little by little in our own ways. Our body movements, our way of doing things, our way of moving around and eating and sitting and walking and everything. And then you will discover a lot of things. You will discover the true nature of the body. You will discover the change. You will discover the nature of mind that clings to this body, saying, this is my body. This is, I want it to be like this, or I don't want it to be like this. And then you will know this is ignorance, this is craving. The wisdom need not appear in a very big way. It can appear very small bits, in small bits again and again. But the thing is, the small bits of wisdom, small nuggets of wisdom, as they come again and again, eventually they grow into a very big and powerful wisdom. So the arising of wisdom is gradual. Arising of happiness because of arising of wisdom is also gradual, not sudden, not immediate or anything. And this we can all start with this mindfulness of the body and mindfulness of the mind. And in small ways maybe. As you start, maybe you don't have the whole idea, but that's fine. It's not a problem that you don't have the whole idea, because you are just starting to walk. You need not know how to walk and climb the stairs, how to run, how to climb a mountain, how to walk on a slippery slope. You did not know. Eventually you will figure it out. As you keep walking, you will figure it out. But the keep walking is important. Small steps at a time, and then your mind will grow wiser and wiser. So as you have gathered here today, and from since morning till evening, many people, and now also in the evening, so these are small but powerful contemplations, the contemplation of the body, the mindfulness of the body, and to mindfulness of the impermanence of the body, mindfulness of the nature of the mind. These are things that you can remember and you can cultivate in your life. And because happiness is something, it is not nobody's personal property. When the Buddha became enlightened, he didn't say, being the Buddha, I have found out the ultimate happiness and freedom from all suffering, but this is my personal property. What he said, this is something that everybody can find by themselves. So I am giving you the path, I am giving you the teachings. You can cultivate, and whoever cultivates, whether monks or lay people, women or men, whoever it is, wherever they are cultivating, they can all find a little bit of happiness and bigger happiness, and finally freedom from all suffering and perfect happiness. With this, I conclude the Dhamma talk here.